everyone, so I wanted to do a video on intentional thoughtfulness, and I feel like nowadays when everyone is so busy, everything is so technological and things like that, those small thoughtful actions kind of get lost in the jumble of things. But I feel like no matter how technologically savvy we get and things like that, there is a human need for human interaction, thoughtfulness. I feel like little acts of kindness really can boost someone's mood. You have no idea how much it can help someone in their situation, even without knowing their situation. So there's a couple of things that I do that I try to remind myself to be thoughtful, and some things are kind of scheduled, and that way I don't forget, because I feel like a lot of times time goes by and I'm like, oh, I meant to do this, or I meant to do that, or I should have written them a letter, and then just time goes by so fast. So I feel like when I am intentional, I won't miss those opportunities as much. So I wrote down some of the things that I do, and maybe some of these things will be helpful to you guys. So one of the things I do is I text people alphabetically. Now this only takes a couple of minutes. It's so fast. Sometimes I'll just go through everyone in my A's, and I will just write them a quick text, ask them how they're doing, or just say that I'm thinking about them. You know, whatever's going on in their life, I try to ask them what's going on. And then the next time I text people, I'll go through a different alphabet letter. And that way I kind of have a rotation of asking people and staying connected to those people that I love. Because that, again, sometimes like people fall through the cracks and you forget to stay in contact with them. And texting is so quick. And I know that when I get a thoughtful text, it just means so much to me. Even if someone's just like, hey, I'm thinking of you today, or how are you doing, or I miss you, or, you know, it could be 3 words, and it just could totally change someone's day. So another thing that I try to schedule, and I try to keep on every 2 weeks or month, sometimes it goes a little longer, I try to write somebody a letter. And whether that is just a quick note saying, hey, I'm thinking about you, or whatever, or sometimes it's a really long letter just trying to encourage them, I try to send out a letter at least every 2 weeks. And I used to write stacks of letters. My husband knows this. When we first got married and didn't have kids, I would mail out a stack of letters at the end of every week. But I don't really have that time anymore, but those people are still very important to me. And I have a lot of really close friends that don't live close by me. So I feel like the power of a letter is so important, because, you know, like, the first thing, texting is quick and easy, but there's something about getting something in the mail. And that goes along with my next one, and that is sending packages. There's just, you know, less than a dozen people that are really close to me that don't live nearby me. So I try to make an effort to try to mail them or their kids something, you know, once every 2 months maybe. And it doesn't even have to be anything expensive. Sometimes I just go to the Target dollar section. Sometimes, you know, I'll just find like little goodies, or, you know, parts of beauty boxes that I get, and I'll just mail them out to my friends or to their kids. Because like a letter, just getting a package in the mail is just something special. And I feel like sometimes people need a reminder in the day that someone thought about them, and it helps them feel special. Now the next thing is, when you're doing something that you would normally do anyways, go just one extra step and maybe do that also for someone else. Like sometimes when I'm going to church or I'm going somewhere, and there's going to be people there that I know, if I stop by Starbucks and I'm getting myself a coffee, I'll just pick up a coffee for someone else that I'm going to see. And this kind of takes some memory, because I try to remember drinks that people order when I'm with them, or I try to remember what I see them drinking or things I see them eating, and I just kind of put that in my memory bank so that later on I can remember, oh, they like Skittles, or they like M&Ms. So, you know, I can, when I'm at the grocery store, I can just pick up a bag of M&Ms, and next time I see them I can be like, hey, I was thinking of you, and give it to them. And things like that just mean so much, especially like a hot cup of coffee. It's such a simple thing, but it's so warming, and it's so beautiful seeing the expression on people's faces when they're kind of like, oh, you got this for me? Like, you thought of me? So I love that. And another thing you could do, like most grocery stores, right by the checkout, they have all those gift cards you can get. You can get $5 gift cards or more if you want to. So sometimes I'll just pick up gift card and I'll give it to someone that I know. You know, if I have a little bit extra money, which is rare, I'll get them like a better gift card and, you know, stick it in the mail for them. And that's just another, you know, thoughtful, intentional thing. And sometimes I get stuff because it reminds me of someone, and then I don't end up giving it to them until like a way later date, but I have it for them. If anybody knows me, I have so many prize bags in my closet. I have these hangers and I have prize bags because I collect prizes, as I call them, so that I always have like some sort of little gift or something that I can give people. Not that it's about the thing, but definitely one of my love languages is gift giving. So I love being able to have like anything little just to give someone so that they feel special. And then the last thing is just words of affirmation. I feel like I have to be intentional about this because especially when I'm out with my 4 kids, it's hard to take a minute and just really focus on someone and make sure that they're doing okay. And so I try to be intentional about affirming other people verbally when I see them, like, hey, you're doing a good job. Hey, I really like what you did with this or whatever. And I feel like words can go a really, really long way. And a lot of times you don't know how much it can help them. And the last thing I would suggest is when you're feeling bad or you're having a hard day or, you know, whatever, do something for someone else that you would love someone do for you. Like for instance, say you're just like, oh man, I wish someone could come over and help me clean my kitchen, or I wish someone would come and just watch my kids so I can just take a nap or go to the movies or something, or I wish someone would just call me and, you know, so we can chit chat or take me out to a movie or something. Those things that you enjoy doing, try doing that for someone else, and I promise you, you will feel better too, along with making that person feel loved and blessed and encouraged at the same time. So anyways, I hope that was helpful to you guys. I hope you guys feel loved and encouraged today. Hopefully you'll try out some of these intentional acts of thoughtfulness, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.